Justice Democrats endorse Joe Biden. Justice Democrats, Green New Deal, Medicare for All has endorsed, Joe Biden, who is championing the fact that he doesn't believe in Medicare for All. And you guys released an ad and spent money on an ad for Joe Biden. What was the strategy there? Why are you doing this? Don't the moderate Dems have this all in the bag?
So one of the interesting things about that ad project was that the grant maker who wanted to fund it, she explicitly wanted to give a progressive organization money because she hated the Lincoln Project so much. And she was like, there's so much money going to the Lincoln Project to make these shitty ads. I would like to help raise money to give to a progressive organization to, create ads. And I think that, the progressive left is still young, and the reason we said yes to it was to have our young ad makers have the experience of trying to make a campaign ad on the presidential level. Mm-hmm. Our ad is I don't know if people have seen it, but the ad is very tongue-in-cheek about how lots of people are not super excited about Joe Biden. The ad actually does well with people who are undecided about Joe Biden because the woman herself in the ad is undecided about Joe Biden.
Right.
So that's the backstory of why we decided to do the ad. None of the money for the ad came from money we would have spent elsewhere. It was a grant specifically for a presidential campaign. But
so someone's I got all this cash, but you have to make an ad for Joe Biden, but I don't want to give it to the Lincoln Project. And really, I don't even trust the Democratic Party to make a good ad.
I respect that. I think it's good to have people. The Lincoln, they're helping us right now, but it's going to be a dark day when we have to say goodbye to them. It's coming fast.
And they're wait, Biden might do something on climate change.
It's going to be sad when I have to unfollow them, but I'm ready. And I think it's good that you guys are filling in those gaps and getting ready, just warming up.
Absolutely. But right. So, okay, I get it. That makes sense. I guess before we go into the specifics about different candidates, what's your read on and pitch to the lefty holdouts who are still uncertain about Mr. Joe Biden?
Yeah, I think if you're in a state like California or New York and you want to vote Green Party, I'm it's okay. I'm not going to judge you, but I do think that there is a case to make about giving Donald Trump a resounding defeat through giving Joe Biden a huge margin of victory in the popular vote and the Electoral College so that Joe Biden feels like he has a mandate to govern as progressive as he needs to, as he should. I also think that, it is really the margin. There was a significant margin of third-party voters that could have tipped the election toward Hillary Clinton in 2016. Joe Biden is running on the most progressive platform of any Democrat in the past 40 years. And that is thanks to progressive voices, progressive activists, progressive movements, and the things that he wants to do on healthcare and climate and college and even criminal justice reform. While they might not be everything we want, they are much better and will improve people's lives way more than anything Donald Trump is proposing. And so I do think, I'm not someone who's going to sell Joe Biden as Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren, but there's only two choices on the ballot. And I think if we give him a resounding margin of victory, I think we have some room to push him.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that we saw in the debate him starting to embrace his own plan rather than running from it for the first time. It's yes, I do believe in banning fracking on federal land. He was sort of mumbling through that part. But he also was yes, I believe fossil fuels and fossil fuel companies and oil companies are polluters. And it's you think what? And it's yes, motherfucker. I'm my eyes are open. So there is a pivoting of embrace the progressive parts of your platform if it really exists. I would say the one thing, and however you guys think about this, but with criminal justice, he really had no answer. He apologized for the 94 crime bill. He's done it before. He's done it again. It was good. But you're getting called out by fucking send federal troops to Portland to police BLM protesters, Trump. You can't spin that around and be you're sending Gestapo on the streets because of peaceful protesters. Like, what the fuck? This is so ridiculous. And yet he can't even say that, which is like a little bit of a red flag for me. I'm like, why can't you just mention like how much this president has completely repressed BLM demonstrators, you know, if you're talking about racial justice.
He also has a criminal justice plan that he forgot to mention at all, where he was just like, he just got cut up in 1994, where he was like, forgot that he has a plan that, you know, isn't great, but it's decent, where, you know, he does want to reform mandatory minimum sentencing. He does want to do bail reform. He wants to abolish the death penalty. He could have mentioned any of those things. But yeah, he just got stuck on the 1994 stuff. I think it hurts his feelings because it's his champion. Like, you know, I don't know what it is, but
right.
He has slightly improved on some of these things. I mean, we had a whole news cycle this weekend where they were like, Biden wants to transition off fossil fuels and oil. We're like, yes, that is what he wants to do. Let's talk about it.
The rest of the country, even Republican. It's like, it's a job creator. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Coal is not coming back.